Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Morph can literally be anyone, so I tried some unacceptable head swaps including Jean Grey, old Morph bodies, and suited figures. The results? You'll want to see them. Plus, a surprise costume kit bash I didn't plan but found really useful. Let's get into it. Morph is the only figure with 3 head sculpts in X-Men 97 Wave 3. That's the most, followed by Emma Frost with 2 head sculpts, and the rest of the figures in this wave has only 1 head sculpt. Hasbro did right with Morph because the alternate heads represents Morph's mutant power. So there is nothing extra special about Morph having 3 head sculpts because the alternate head serves as Morph's power effect. In promo shots of the figure, this is not noticeable. He has white neck, and the alternate heads are all flesh color. So when you use the alternate heads, Morph will have that white neck. It's alright because Morph is transforming halfway to Gyrich or unfinished into transforming as Kevin. Honestly, it's a good thing, and I'm glad Hasbro did not attach permanently a flesh neck because it would be difficult for us to perform head swaps. Because imagine to my surprise when I got this Secret Wars figure and I can't use this body for any head swaps because I need a flesh neck. This is probably the main head sculpt because it's white, just matching the white neck. Compared to the rest of the figures in this wave, this has the most cell shading. And that's alright because it brings out the sculpted details of an all-white head sculpt. The inkjet printing of different shades of gray from light to dark was well executed by Hasbro, and it's a clear upgrade compared to the Age of Apocalypse Morph head. The Age of Apocalypse head has only one solid painted color, and that's black, unlike the inkjet printing done on the new Morph, which must be several colors of black-gray. Although the new one is an upgrade, the old one still holds, as it is a great representation of Morph from the Age of Apocalypse. This head is the human form of Kevin Sidney, and it is spot on to the art of Amelia Vidal as shown in the introductions of X-Men 97. In X-Men 97, Morph rarely appears like this. But despite of that, Hasbro did a good job creating this head sculpt with that inkjet printed brown eyes. The lips are lightly colored pinkish, it's not too solid. Morph's hair has few strands, mostly on the outline of the hair. The rest is solid, especially in the middle, which is consistent to the show. It would have been nice if Hasbro included an alternate neck in flesh color, similar to what Mappex does whenever they have unmasked versions of the character and the one with a costume. Does that sound reasonable? Or is just another tooling budget issue? The third head sculpt is the main reason why I purchased this figure. I doubt that Hasbro will ever create a standalone figure of Henry Gyrich, so I had to get this one. This is consistent to how Henry Gyrich looked like during the 90s. There is not much sculpted hair on his red hair. It's solid, just like the animated series. The inkjet printed eyewear of Henry looks like a glittery eyeglasses. Looks like a toy children eyeglasses. It's not a big deal, but at least we got Henry Gyrich, right? From the back, there would be a big gap between the head of Henry and Morph's neck. But this head is not meant for this body. Later, we will perform a head swap and Kitbash to get the right body. Speaking of body, let's look at the show-accurate body of Morph, consistent to the art of Amelia Vidal. The design of Morph's jacket pockets are exactly the same as the art of Amelia Vidal. Another nice thing that Hasbro did was the continuation of the folded parts of the jacket to the rest of Morph's arm. Similar to what I did in the Logan review, I will try out this jacket with other figures. Stay tuned for that. The shape and design of Morph's jacket is consistent to how Hasbro made Logan's jacket. Side by side, it looks the same, that it came from the same tailor. The overall aesthetics of the jackets are the same. The blocky type of design for the pockets is the same. In terms of Morph's belt, it's a separate piece, but it is quite tight. It reminds me of how tight the Maximum Series Deadpool belt is. It does hide the waist swivel. In terms of the legs, there is a hidden upper thigh swivel. But one thing that Hasbro did not hide for the figure that I got is this extra piece of plastic on top of the yellow band. I checked other figures from my shop and they don't have this. He has double jointed pinless knees, high knee boots with a boot cut for a boot swivel. Overall, this is a good looking Morph action figure which matches the show. Morph comes with a total of 4 hands. These are the first pair of hands, which is a pair of open palm expressive hands. They are not symmetrical. The fingers are positioned differently for each hand. Unlike other reused hands by Hasbro, this hands does not have sculpted fingernails. The hands can hinge forward and back. The last pair of hands is a pair of closed fist hands. It's all yellow plastic just like the other hands. These hands can also hinge forward and back. In the comments below, let me know, did Hasbro include the right amount of accessories for Morph? If you found this review useful, hope you give it a hype, like, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends. For places where the figures in this review might still be available, I left some links in the description below.
I'm Tigerknight!
Morph can be anyone. He can also be himself from the past X-Men animated series. Here is the head from the VHS Morph. Side by side with the old VHS Morph, Morph looks younger now compared to what they was during the X-Men animated series. In terms of the design of the costume, it's quite similar, but there is cell shading on the old Morph. Both Morphs comes with open palm hands. The old one does not have gloves. If you want a more muscular Morph, then use the old Morph body. This time around, they look like they've been spending a lot of time in the gym with a small head but a big body. How about reversing it, wherein Morph rarely eats? This is what he will look like. The sinister looking head makes them skin and bones like. It seems Sinister did not feed them enough food. In summary, the 2025 X-Men 97 Morph comes with 3 heads and 4 hands, while the older 2022 VHS Morph comes with 2 heads and 4 hands. All of Morph's hands for the 2022 does not have gloves. It's not typical to perform head swaps between the old 2022 Morph and the new one. Here is the Henry Gyrich head on the old 2022 Morph body. And here is the new Morph head on the old 2022 body, giving Morph a weapon with the Target exclusive Carnage axe. Just to prove the new head is an upgrade, here is the new head on the 2020 Age of Apocalypse Morph from the Sugarman Build-A-Figure wave. Even if in the 90s Astonishing X-Men, Morph did not have much shading around the face, this one still looks great. And here is the old Morph on the new X-Men 97 body. The old head looks large on the new X-Men 97 body. Therefore, when you switch over Kevin's head on the old Age of Apocalypse body, it is a little bit small, but it works because Morph is goopy. The Henry Gyrich head is intended to be used for the Professor X body. So here is the Henry Gyrich head on the Professor X body, and here is Kevin on the MCU Professor X body from the 20th anniversary of Fox movie. Since the body proportions are similar, they both have those pins and everything else, we can perform a head swap between the two as well. Accompanied by Shadow King in the Gamerverse Kingpin body, here we have Henry Gyrich in blue suit and Kevin in the Professor X body wearing a green suit. There has been several Marvel Legends suited bodies which you can use for Henry Gyrich and Kevin, giving you options in terms of attire. For a Krakowan Apocalypse in a suit, this time in black, I used the Gamerverse Kingpin body and also the hands from Joe Fixit, since the Gamerverse Kingpin has flesh colored parts. That is why his neck is still flesh colored, but you can hide it by tilting his head anyway. Joe Fixit head and hands on the new Gamerverse Kingpin body, and recently reviewed Jean Grey from the X-Men 97 Cyclops 2-pack now on the body of Morph, a forbidden type of head swap. That is based on the reception of the Wolverine and Morph romance in X-Men 97. So here is Jean Grey Phoenix on the Morph body. Well, it's not really a romance because it's one-sided. Morph has a thing for Wolverine. So how about Morph transforming to the love interest of Wolverine? Here is the depowered Jean Grey head from the Toys R Us 2-pack. One of the kitbash I did in the X-Men 97 Wolverine review was removing the jacket. So here is Morph without the jacket. I assume Hasbro did not expect anybody to remove Morph's jacket, so they skipped painting the blue details of his costume, which is around the sides of his body. The upper torso is all yellow plastic. Trying out the jacket for other male figures I have, here is Sunspot. Definitely you cannot fit in the jacket. However, the body proportion of Morph is similar to other Marvel Legends ladies, so let's try out a jacket on Emma Frost. Probably it's more of a vest than a jacket, so this really helps Emma Frost to hide something that she needs to hide. To find out more of what she needs to hide, check out my full review. This feels very 90s, so how about a X-Men 90s Blue Team member? Marvel Legends Gamerverse Psylocke with a brown vest. It's very 90s, just like the same kind of jacket that Cyclops wears. Now I realize that I should have tried posing Cyclops, Rogue, and Gambit together, all with their brown jackets. Let me know in the comments below, do you want to see that? I'll probably post it in Instagram. I don't have a Avengers action figure with a jacket because the jacket was a 90s thing, so how about giving Warbird a jacket? I'm getting things mixed up. It's not a jacket, it's actually a vest, but still, you get what I'm trying to say, right? And the final kit bash is using Morph's vest on Outback Rogue. It does work. This is what she looks like before she goes to the Savage Land. If you enjoyed the kit bash, hope you give this review a hype and a like and subscribe to my channel. The new Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Morph stands 15.3 centimeters or 6 inches tall. According to Tops, Kevin Sidney is 5 feet 10 inches tall. This means they are just okay in terms of the 6-inch scale. Here is Kevin Sidney besides Dr. Hank McCoy, the Beast. The Beast has a custom head by 112 Customs. Then, besides Beast is recently reviewed Wolverine in his lumber jacket, Sunspot, and Jubilee. From the Summers family tree, Emma Frost, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Cable, and the Goblin Queen. X-Men 97, Nightcrawler, Target exclusive Mystique, X-Men 97 Rogue, Wolverine who is fatally attracted to Magneto. In their X-Men Legacy costume, Marvel Legends Cyclops and Jean Grey, X-Men 97, Secret Wars Wolverine, and Storm from the 20th anniversary of X-Men 2-pack. For some Maximum Series comparison, Dupe, Maximum Series Deadpool, Maximum Series Spider-Man, and Maximum Series Hulk. They are also maximum price because these 3 or 4 are more expensive than the whole set of X-Men 97 Wave 3. Marvel Legends Gamerverse, Spider-Man, Kingpin, Psylocke, and Thanos. Morph size comparison, Age of Apocalypse Morph 2020 and the 2022 Morph from the X-Men Animated Series VHS line. Executive replicas and loose collector She. Darna, Philippines version of Wonder Woman by Halimo Sculptures and Loose Collector. Medicom Toy Mafex Brown Costume Wolverine. Mesco 112 Bishop. 6-inch scale versus 7-inch scale Marvel Legends Sabretooth from the 50th anniversary of Wolverine 2-pack. Marvel Select Sabretooth. For packaging, Morph comes in the new X-Men 97 Retro Card Back packaging. On top, it says X-Men 97, new team art by Amelia Vidal. On the side is art by Amelia Vidal. Morph for ages 4 and up. This is in-box collector friendly. You can see the figure and all of its accessories. At the back are product renders or probably concept art of the figures in X-Men 97 Wave 3. A product render of Morph. Here are some warning, legalities, and the barcode, and help us all recycle to build a better world. For articulation, Morph's head can move from side to side easily. He has a neck with a hinge, can look up that far, look down. His arms can extend that far. He can do a pull 360 right here, and he has a bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows, wrist can swivel, hinge forward and back. He has a ab crunch, and he can crunch forward this much and crunch backward that far. He has a waist swivel hidden underneath his belt. He can do a perfect split really well. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees, can kick far back, can kick forward. He has a hidden boot cut, feet can hinge forward and back, and has an ankle rocker. My final thoughts on the very first non-binary Marvel Legends action figure. It's the new Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Morph. I was hoping to skip this figure, and just like any other Marvel Legends, sometimes they get you by just adding an extra head, and it's the Henry Gyrich head this time. But overall, Hasbro did a good job capturing the art of Amelia Vidal from X-Men 97 into action figure form. It's also a good figure to use for Kitbash and Headswaps, which I did in this review. For X-Men 97 collectors, a must-add. For those casual X-Men collectors, you can probably skip it unless you really have strong ties to the X-Men animated series because this figure has the Henry Gyrich head. One thing that I hope you won't skip out is checking out my playlist on the top right corner of your screen. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this review useful. If you do, please give it a hype, like, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends. I hope to see you in the next one.